Deep breaths. Hi, everyone. Here we are. Another Sunday. Another Sunday. And I haven't even checked the football scores. Didn't even check yet. Things change. Things go up and down. Last week I was in first place and then ended up in 6th overall. It's not over until the fat lady sings. Three watching 35 seconds ago. I became a live person. So eventually, I hope. Man, there's a whole lot of people on. I mean, when I opened up my thing, my whole screen was filled with live. Hi, Janice. Good to see you. Ooh, there's a friendly face amongst the crowd, so to speak. So good to see you in your first here. Hopefully, we'll have some company here in a minute or two. The lag. Hi, Leslie. Good to see you also on this Sunday afternoon. It's still pretty warm here. Not as hot, though. It's like, I don't know, 84-ish, 85. It's supposed to be 88 tomorrow. But it looks like all week it's going to be under 90, which is good. Under 90 is good. But it is 3/4 of the way through September. Is that right? Yeah. September 24th. That's crazy. 3/4 of the way through September. And everyone's kind of done. Hi, Dolly Face. And everyone's kind of done their Halloweeny stuff. So what are we going to do in October? 99. Oh, boy. Oh, geez, Leslie, 99. Oh, 70 is perfect. Oh, 70 would be gorgeous, gorgeous weather. 70. I don't know the way things, I don't think we'll see 70 until, I don't know, Christmas. 99. Wow. That's just, wow. Yeah, in the 70s, it's great. 75-ish. Yeah, anything in the 70s is good. And at nighttime, it can get as cold as it wants. I always had my window open even when, I lived in New York and it would be like 15 degrees out. I always had my window open, just a little crack, just a little bit. It's so nice to be all bundled up. And the house that I lived in, it had a hot forced air with the grates in the floor. It was an older house. I guess the house was built in the 1920s. And so the heat wasn't really on upstairs except in the bathroom. And I always had the vent open in the bathroom and I kept the door closed at nighttime. So in the morning I'd get up, it'd be freezing and I'd run to the bathroom. The bathroom would be all warm and toasty. And then when I left for work, I would turn it down to I think I slept with it at probably 68-ish. But when I went to work, I turned it down to 55 because the cat had a fur coat. Yes, cold tile floors are a shocker, yes. Do you know that back in the 1940s, I'm going to say post-World War II, there was I do believe he was a French architect, and his name was Levitt. And what they did after World War II, they built a whole town of box, little, talk about shoebox houses. And of course, they named the place Levittown. And where I grew up in Wantor, which was right next door to Levittown. But all the houses were identical, same floor plan. But what he did was, and they were prefab, and this was like the, again, post World War II, so late 1940s, they built this whole, town, Levittown, and they had radiant heat. I think they were on slabs, but they had radiant heat. And I can remember I had a friend that lived in one of the Levittown houses, even though it was in Wantor. And it would be out playing in the snow, and we'd come in and we'd be in the kitchen, and we'd take off all our, our heavy winter stuff, and we'd get down and we'd be in our stocking feet, and there would be this radiant heat coming up from the kitchen floor. Wow. I remember that so well. Oh, autumn. Oh, that's my favorite. I miss autumn. Yep, that's the one I miss the most. People who, Floridians say, oh, yeah, we have the 4 seasons here in Florida. Well, I don't know. I don't see many leaves fall or anything changes, or if the changes are so subtle. Hi, Andrea. The changes are so subtle. I don't even notice them. And I guess I'll never be a true Floridian. But the weather, it's still hot. It's going to be hot. And it'll be hot until probably December now. Used to kind of cool down, maybe the beginning of October. I should write it on a calendar somewhere. That would be really a good idea. You don't have, you're in Houston, 99 in Houston. Oh my God. I guess you don't, huh? Yeah. Well, I guess in northern Texas, you get more of the 4 seasons, I would imagine. Yeah. Okay. Texas is so, I know nothing. Texas is so big. I did read James Michener's book on Texas, and that's the name of the book was Texas. Fascinating history. Fascinating. And how it was settled, and the Lone Star State, and all of that neat stuff. Well, I guess I'll read. And then I'm planning on attempting, and I have to tell you, I am really kind of apprehensive about attempting this, but I'm going to do it. I've watched Shawn Petite do this particular piece of mixed media arts a couple of times, and I could probably watch it 10 more times and still not be sure of what I was doing, but we'll give it a go. But first, we'll have a reading from our good friend, Robert Fulghum. And I have chosen a passage, essay, Hide and Seek. How many of you remember playing hide and seek as a kid, especially in the summertime? Let's see, we had a high of 60 days. I think that feels short. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Yeah. And then you're in for the long, long freeze. And that's no fun either. I think I've told you many times before where I lived in southwestern New York, which was about 30, 40 miles from Lake Erie. We would have snow usually the week before Halloween. And usually we'd have snow sometimes on Mother's Day in May, even though the old timers said that snow didn't count because it didn't stick. And I thought, well, it does count. It's white and it's coming from the sky. It does count. Yeah, fall would be really short. Yeah, let's face it. For you, probably in the next couple of weeks, beginning of October. Yeah, thumbs up would be great. Always a good thing for thumbs up. All right, so the name of this is Hide and Seek. I can remember great games of hide and seek in the summertime. And so this is what his take on hide and seek is. In the early dry dark of an October Saturday evening, the neighborhood children are playing hide and seek. How long since I played hide and seek? 50 years? Maybe more. I remember how. I could become part of the game in a moment if invited. Adults don't play hide and seek. Not for fun, anyway. Too bad. Did you have a kid in your neighborhood who always hid so good nobody could find him? We did. After a while, we'd give up and go off, leaving him to rot wherever he was. Sooner or later, he'd show up, all mad because we didn't keep looking for him. And we would get mad back because he wasn't playing the game the way it was supposed to be played. There's hiding and there's finding, we'd say. And he'd say it was hide and seek, not hide and give up. And we'd all yell about who made the rules and who cares about who, anyhow, anyway, and how we wouldn't play with him anymore if he didn't get it straight, and who needed him anyhow, and things like that. Hide and seek and yell, no matter what. Though the next time he would hide too good again. He probably still hidden somewhere, for all I know. As I write this, the neighborhood game goes on, and there is a kid under a pile of leaves in the yard, right under my window. He's been there a long time now, and everybody else has found, and they're all about to give up on him over at the base. I consider going out to the base and telling them where he's hiding, and I thought about setting the leaves on fire to drive him out. Finally, I just yelled, "Get found, kid," out the window, and scared him so bad he probably wet his pants and started crying and ran home to tell his mother. It's real hard to know how to be helpful sometimes. A man I know found out last year he had terminal cancer, and he was a doctor, and he knew about dying, and he didn't want to make his family and friends suffer through that with him. So he kept his secret and died. Everybody said how brave he was to bear his suffering in silence and not tell everybody, and so on and so forth. But privately, his family and friends saw how angry they were that he didn't need them, didn't trust their strength, and it hurt that he didn't say goodbye. He hid too well. Getting found would have kept him in the game, hide and seek grown up style, wanting to hide, needing to be sought, confused about being found. I don't know. I don't want anyone to know. What will people think? I don't want to bother anyone. Better than hide and seek, I like the game called sardines. In sardines, the person who is it goes and hides, and everybody goes looking for him. When you find him, you get in with him and hide there with him. Pretty soon, everyone is hiding together, all stacked in a small space like puppies in a pile. And pretty soon, somebody giggles and somebody laughs, and everybody gets found. Medieval theologians even described God in hide and seek terms, calling it, oh boy, calling him dues abscondus. I just butchered that. But me, I think old God is a sardine player and will be found the same way everybody gets found in sardines, by the sound of laughter in those heaped together at the end. Ollie, Ollie, ox fin free, the kids out in the street are hollering. That the cry that says, "Come on in, wherever you are. It's a new game." And so I, to all those who have hid too good, get found, kid. Ollie, Ollie, oxen free. I've never, leave them, I know, that's pretty funny. Hi, Beth. I've never seen that Ollie, Ollie, ox, Ollie, Ollie, ox. I've never seen that spelt out before. And he's got it Ollie, Ollie, oxen, like the animal. Oxen free. Ollie, Ollie, oxen free. That's interesting. I didn't realize. I never gave it much thought, but OXEN. Yeah, I thought, yeah. Sometimes he can be, he's kidding, but I like he's very nonchalantly says, I'll leave him rot. I always I like everything the guys write is written. We've read a lot, and I'm already wondering what to read next. I guess we said oxen. Yeah, I just never gave it much thought. Let me write red. 9:24. All righty. Yeah, we've read a lot of these. Now I spiders and wiser and summer job and moths and stuff. Last week we read about stuff. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen it written down, like written down. So Ollie, Ollie, Allie, Allie, yeah, Allie, Allie, come free. Oh, you said Allie, Allie, come free. Ollie, Allie, Allie, oxen free. Yeah, that's interesting. And there was something that they said on Lassie. And my girlfriend and I, we used to say it when we arrived at our houses. And there was something the kid used to say when he rode into the yard of the kid that owned Lassie. I can't remember now what it was. Ole, 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 Humphrey. Ole, ole, Humphrey. There's another weird. Did anybody ever say ole, ole, Humphrey? Whatever the heck that means. Ole, ole, Humphrey. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to attempt to do a Shawn Petite piece on a concertina piece of papers, concertina, which is like the little hand. Nope, okay. Like it was on Lassie. Every time I think of Lassie, I just think of poor Gramps running after Lassie. Lassie's found somebody that's jumped into a well or something. That's my memory of Lassie. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some quick little thingies that I'm going to collage on here out of tissue paper, because it's always really neat when you put something with tissue paper because it kind of blends into the background. So I tested this and it works. I took off my drop paper and there's some tape still. There was some sticky part from the tape. So I put tape on top of the tape, the sticky part, because it ripped my tissue paper. But let me just do this so we can tear this up and put it down on the paper. I made the concertina. I also left the link in my thing. Poor Lassie always stuck rescuing the idiots. Yes. Good point. I like that. Yes, absolutely. I have a little, I don't even know where I got it, but it's over here next to me on my thing. And it says how to win friends and influence idiots. I don't know where I got that. Another little snarky cat, thing. That's funny. Poor Lassie. Yeah. It's amazing that poor Gramps didn't have a heart attack. Was it Walter Brenner that played Gramps? I don't remember now. Or was he played Gramps in a lot of things, I think. He was like the perpetual grandfather. I think it was Walter Brennan. And didn't he limp, or was that another grandfather that limped? I can't keep all the grandfathers straight. Yeah, I think it was Walter Brennan. And I don't know. Was there a dad in the picture, or was it just the mom and the Lassie? I don't even know the Lassie kid's name. Does anybody? What the heck was his name? Now I could probably name most of the little rascals. Oh, Andrea says he had a limp that went all the way up to his arms. Oh my God. I guess there were a lot of Lassie movies. Timmy. Yes, thank you, Beth. Timmy. Very good. And of course, the mother's name was Mom. Yes. Very good, Timmy. That's right. Timmy and Lassie. You got it. Yeah. Ms. Lockhart's. Oh, yes. June. Was that June Lockhart? Yeah, that's right. June. Yeah. Yeah. We start. And then, of course, There was Rin Tin Tin. He was a German Shepherd, but there were Lassie movies before there were TV series. You know, Lassie Come Home, Lassie movies, and he was in World War II. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And we're going to glue that on. I last remember. Yes. Very good, Janice. Yes, she was the mom in Lost in Space. Yeah. That was another. This is actually a Shawn Petite stencil. The other thing that she does is when she does one of these things, she's on every Sunday. She's not live, but she goes, she posts every Sunday morning. And when she does one of these, aha, hi, Safia, sneaks in to say, she says, remembers last me on the telly during the holidays and to this day. If cats meow at me, I ask if Farmer Smith is falling down a mine shaft. When she does one of these things, she does them to introduce her new stencils, and then they're on sale for a week. She's got a lot of stencils, and I've got a lot of them. Never a hair out of place. None of those TV's moms, right? Leave It to Beaver mom. And her name was June, right? In the TV series, June Dear. And was it Robert Young that played the dad in Father Knows Best? And the the son's name was Bud. I don't remember the sister's name, though. I didn't remember this little walk down the 1950s TV on the little black and white TV and the big piece of furniture. I remember that with the little TV screen and the piece. It was in this gigantic piece of furniture, and there was a little, and it would come on, I think at 7:00 and go off at 11. There'd be a countdown when it came on. And then there, warning. Yes, that was Lost in Space, right? And they had that robot. And they never. I don't remember how they got lost in space. Let's see. It's Margaret in Father's Knows Best did get caught once in a while with her hair in a towel. That's true. Oh, it's so true. Yeah, I don't remember how they got lost in space. Didn't they make a movie, or didn't they recently revive that Lost in Space? When they can't find and they can't come up with anything new. Oh, they got lost in space because Dr. Smith's treachery. Oh, okay. He wasn't with them, was he? They had the robot, right? The robot kind of acted like a butler. Okay, that's what I thought. It was good? Okay, interesting. All righty. Very interesting. I'll have to check that out. I am still hanging in there with Vera. I'm on season 7. And she's gone through quite a few sidekicks and quite a few coroners. This is like the 3rd coroner in the 7 years that it's been on. Matt LeBlanc from, okay, that's interesting. That's a show I never watched. I guess I never watched Friends. Yeah, I love Vera too. I never solve the murder mysteries. They're very, very complicated, and I'm not really good at mysteries. I don't particularly care to read mysteries because I get lost very quickly, but I enjoy watching them. I enjoy the Agatha Christie, especially with Inspector Poirot with his mustache. I should have used paint, but these will look good when I glue them down on the thing. So what she did was she used, I guess, a paper that was 11 by 17. I have some 11 by 17 printer paper somewhere, but I have no idea where the heck it is. And I wasn't going to spend, I find it every once in a while. I'll come across it and I'll go, oh, there it is. And then I leave it there to be misplaced once again. So I really don't have any. I actually I got the 11 by 17 printer paper from school. I kind of took some pieces home because I was going to do some big collages. So I don't have, so I made mine out of 14 by 11 paper. So mine's going to be a little bit smaller than hers, and I'll show that to you in a momento. There. You can use those. Let's see, the movie that did with Matt was not good. Oh, okay. Seasons. It's 2 or 3 seasons. I don't know what I have BritBox, so I'm sure I'll find something to watch, but that's the only thing I've been watching is Vera. Every night I watch one episode and then start to watch the second episode, and I literally write down what the episode, because I know I'm going to fall asleep. But these are really long, and this is not like American TV. These episodes are like an hour and a half. They're 90-minute long. I think just before COVID and possibly some done. Oh, okay. All righty. All right. So I'm going to use this, and I'll show you what, and there's some stenciling involved in this. And this is something I never think to use my stencils. I'm not a good stencil person. I don't know. I just never think of them. And this is going to kind of bring me to use some stencils. And she's a big fan of burnt umber. And I don't have burnt umber. I found some though. All right. So this is what, and I will be stenciling in a momento. Let me put this down on the floor. So this is what you do. It's very long. Okay. I'm going to have to work on it. And again, I had 11 by 14, and I've got 3 pieces of 11 by 14, and then tape them together. And it's hard to see the tape because I used, it's dark brown. Yeah. Hi, Nettie. And it's taped here. Barely can see it. This is white medical tape that I learned about from Ava from Crafting Bohemian Crafting. And she uses it to reinforce books. And it's great because it's very sturdy. And it's just like made by 3M, and it's white medical tape. So you tape them together, right? And she used 3 sheets, I do believe, and I've got 3 sheets here. Okay, so you can see here's another one here, and then of course you fold the pieces in in fourths. This is not going to be easy. In fourths, right? In half and then half again, right? And then you tape them together. And gesso both sides, which I've already done. So mine's going to be obviously a little different configuration. Wait a minute. No. Well, I can sorry. And then you're going to fold this back up like so. And this is the opposite way. Bye, Sophia. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. So then it's going to open like so, and like so, and like so. Okay. Now this is mixed media, but she used regular printer paper, and she said that with the gessoing both sides and then adding ephemera, it becomes very sturdy. And she put a lot of inks and water on hers, and I'm going to attempt to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work in, there's like 4 panels. So I'm going to do, this is one panel here. It'll be better once I get some stuff down. One panel here. So I'm going to use 3 things as a panel. So we'll have the beginning, the middle, oh, maybe 4. What am I? Oh boy. I think there's 4 things. There's a barn. There's a tree. There's sunflowers. Oh, maybe 4. Uh-oh. Maybe it's 4. All right, so 4? I'm totally confused. And so are you. But that makes more sense, right? So this would be one panel here. So let's work on one panel here. All right, let me just be quiet and let me just start gluing down some stuff. And she is very generous. She has obviously a membership thing which you can join, which is a little pricey, I think, but she has a member. She has a free. Hi, Jazzy, Jassy, and she has like a member library. And it's free to be a member. You just go and then you send an email, and then you have access to this library where she has a lot of free stuff. Hi, Aunt Bex. She has a lot of free stuff. She offers a lot of free stuff in that library. So she's very generous, very, very generous, I think. So I'm going to start putting this stuff down. And now, have you seen Mill yet, or have you been to see mother-in-law and you're back, or you have to go? I'm using matte medium latex only because it was on sale. Normally I don't buy the expensive stuff. Just got back. Okay. I enjoyed you and Scott last night. It was a lot of fun. I think that's a good idea. Your Saturday night chats. Just to chat. And even Dee Dee was there. That was pretty impressive. At the Deedster there. That's it's very impressive. So I'm working on this, and the name of it, she is calling it The Seasons of Change. And she wants you to just let it rip. And don't worry about it. And I can't not worry about it because I'm just that type of a worrier. So, just realized my son, I didn't get a drop down notice about Reed's hockey game. He's playing hockey. So I'm just gonna, slather some stuff down. Yes, in the car. Oh, that's a good idea. Then it's done, right? And that's, yeah. I have to honestly say, since I don't go anywhere, my God, when I fill up my car, it's for months. I know some people say that gas can go stale. I guess my gas is stale. I love doing tissue paper, printing stuff out on tissue paper. Let's see. Let's get some of these numbers in here too. God, gas prices around here are just up and down, up and down. It's almost like I literally drove by a gas station and I was stopped at a traffic light, and as I was sitting at the traffic light, the gas price changed. Someone inside hit the button and lowered the gas by, I think it was 2 cents. I was just laughing because you'd think they would do that in the middle of the night, but I guess if the $3.50, oh, that's not bad. Yeah, the last time I got gas, I think it was like $3.49. I don't know what it is now. Again, I don't go anywhere. That's why I'm sorry I didn't buy an electric car. I would be the perfect electric car person. And now, because of the auto union strikes and stuff, the price of cars is going to be crazy. So I'm just going to be doing this. Sometimes those signs switch between car. Oh, yeah, and that's another thing we were talking about. What were we talking about? I guess my son and I were talking about the fact that you're being charged. Oh, no. Everywhere you go now, they want to ask you whether you want to leave a tip, and on charge cards. Like if you're if you're getting a hot dog at a ball game, they want to know whether you want to leave a tip. And she goes, no, I don't want to leave it. So I'll put some of this down, and I know these colors are really muted, but it's not going to be muted for long. Believe me, it's going to get pretty colorful here shortly when I start laying down all sorts of things. Inks and what have yous. Because when you watch somebody do something like this, I get all excited and I go, I can do that. And then you go to do it and you go, I don't know what I'm doing here. But oh, you know what she said? And I didn't do it, but she said if you wet the paper, you get less wrinkles in it. I think that's what she said. All right, let's put that down. Let's get some of this down. I hope everyone's doing well. It's pretty quiet. It's nothing really new. I got nothing to report. I got nothing to tell you folks. Well, it's not true. I haven't heard from my friends, the ones that are moving to Bradenton, but they're moving temporarily to an apartment here. Not here, but not on the West Coast, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I booked. Let me get over here. Oh boy. Reach. I booked our cruise. So I told my son, I guess last night, that I had booked the cruise. And and the grandkids are excited. It's a short cruise, 3 days, out of Port Canaveral. And they'll fly in from Salt Lake City. And of course they'll be here. They'll come in a couple of days before. Oh, okay. So that's right. But you had to get her rabies shot so she could go to the groomer. Yeah, I got a notice from my vet that Lily needs her rabies shot too. I was remiss getting her a rabies shot because how's she going to get rabies? And then one time I took her to the vet. Remember when she started limping? And they saw her, and then I guess they said they would not treat her again unless she had all her shots. So I guess she got a rabies shot last year. But what she really needs is her nails clipped. And that'll be a pretty expensive nail clipping thing, because if I take her to the vet, it'll be an exam, a rabies shot, and her nails clipped. I can't get her. I can't do it. She's too strong, and so they haven't been clipped for quite a while. And not going outside, there's nothing to wear them down. Do you clip your cat's nails? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that would make sense because she's going to be around other doggies. Well, the vet said to me, and he said, well, you don't want to be. I've never clipped. They wear them down themselves, or I know I find like parts of, like pieces of her nails that she's kind of gnawed off. Yeah, I think that's the key. If you start doing that when they're kittens, they may not like it, but it's not as traumatic. I think that's the key. And I've seen people bathe their cats. I mean, can't, but they bathe them even as kittens, and there's nothing more pathetic than a wet cat, right? Oh my God. But I guess they get used to it. You're the alpha. All right. Well, I think that's a good thing to establish, because Lily, I don't know, I think I've told you before, she's taken to nipping me, and I would bite her back, except that I don't want a mouthful of fur. Okay. It doesn't thrill me. Yeah, I don't know why you would bathe them. They kind of, hi Angie. I don't know why people bathe their cats. I mean, they do a pretty good job of keeping themselves, unless they got into something. But I mean, Lily's cleaning herself all the time. Hence fur balls. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for hanging in here with me. This is not real exciting, and I honestly am not real happy with the stuff that I'm putting down, but I don't know. There's really no wrong way of doing this. It's kind of boring, though. I should have got out more different stuff, but it's all gonna get covered in pretty soon here. Now she has a whole slew of acrylic inks. I don't. So I'm going to try to use Seth Apter sprays, but not as a spray, but as, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good point. It is too early to tell. I guess I just don't. That's a good point, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Very good point. It's too early. I mean, this is true. It is way too early. Really way too early. Even when we do the prompt games, we know that we have to go through that stage. And then all of a sudden, it's like magic, you know? It looks good. All right, let's see. This probably wasn't a good idea to do all of this. I could have probably just done the one panel, but she did this whole thing over a series of a couple of days. And again, I left the link there for you. I always say I'm going to do that, and I never remember, but this time I actually remembered to put the link. If you don't follow her or watch her stuff, she makes beautiful stuff. She's very, I like her a lot. And whenever she has, like when she opens up her membership for a freebie, thank you, Beth. Yes, I like watching glue dry too. It's right up there with watching the sidewalks crack, right? So Callum was concerned because we'll be on the cruise on his birthday, and he was afraid he was going to miss his birthday. I said, "You're not going to miss your birthday. They're going to do something for you on the cruise." He went, "Oh." He's so funny. He's the comedian. And my son now is letting him stay home alone when his older brother is playing hockey. Only if Reed's got a home game because they're very close to the stadium. I think so too. I think so too. He's very excited. He's very, very excited. All right. So here's this monstrosity. I mean, it is a monster. So let's do this. Plop this in some water. Close this up for now. And give it a little. Pick up all these little pieces, which I don't really need to save. Let's just get rid of them. Throw that out, throw that out, that out, that out. Which means I throw it on the floor. Okay, let's stick this over here. Throw it on the floor. Okay, let me give this a little thing. But the cruises aren't like the olden days, back in the day, when they would be all inclusive. I guess there are still some all inclusive cruises, but not like the family oriented cruises. And this is definitely family oriented a cruise. And now everything's kind of a la carte. Hi, Janet. You can buy the classic Coke drink package, which I will probably buy. You can buy that before you go on the cruise and save a couple of bucks. You're allowed to bring a 12-pack of soda and a bottle of wine per adult. So I will be packing 2 bottles of wine. Richard doesn't drink, but they don't know that. But you can't bring any hard liquor on. And they've got specialty restaurants that you can, pay to eat in. It's different. It's different. They're so big. These cruise ships are so huge. We were kidding on Thursday, since I will have Wi-Fi. Maybe I will stream from hi, Gail. I will stream from the balcony overlooking. I've got connecting rooms with on the ocean side of the cruise ship. All right. Whoops. Now, all right. Step 2. If you're doing steps, I'm going to do a little scribble, just kind of a little scribbly kind of let yourself free, be free. And she used like a soft charcoal stick and kind of did one of these things. So I will do one of these things, but she wet it first. So, and then kind of did one of these scribbly things, like you want to be. And that's kind of supposed to loosen you up. I'm all loose now. Ooh, loosey. I am creating a Shawn Petite mixed media concertina piece named Seasons of Change, and it's very long and it goes forever and ever and ever. I'm always inspired by her. This is a charcoal soft from Dowler and Roney. This is like the stuff that Walmart has. So I've got a little bit of that. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of Woody. Good old Woods. Got to have a little wood. I love Woodies. I just have the basic set, you know, the basic set. And let's see. And I'm going to do a little bit of, you know, you can draw with these things too. All my drinks are virgin. I have no idea. Oh, we still for coffee. I had a Bloody Mary earlier today because, ooh, I like that. Look at that. Ooh. Wow. That is nice. Isn't that? Look. Ooh, ooh. Liking that. These are fun when they're wet. Well, and then nice thing about these are Inktense, so when they dry. Thanks, Janet. You got a little bit of blue. And how about a little bit of orange? Blue and orange are opposites, I think. Just also in a little orange. Keep wetting it down. And keep strolling and rolling and unfurling. I'm excited now. Lift off. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. Whoops. Okay. Okay. I love these. I always forget to use them. And I have the pencils too, but these are much more intense. Inktense. Get it? Dry gatherings, beautiful autumny natural thingies. Yes, I haven't seen that. That's the other thing I've been working on, and I was going to work on that today, but this got me going. But I'm working on the Barbara from Vienna, her planner journal that she's doing, where I made the cloth cover out of material that's based on a paper bag underneath, and she came out. She's doing the October now, and so she came out with her digi downloads. Okay, now this is when you're supposed to add the inks. So the inks that I have are not really the right colors. So I'm going to try using Seth Apter's dye sprays, but I'm not going to spray. I'm going to like do the drippy thing, right? And these are wonderful inks. They don't clog. No clog. Fast drying. And I got some turquoise, and I have some honey, and I have a light. I thought I had a green. I do. Cease. Is that green? No. I do have a green. I'll get that. So I'm not sure how this will go. Again, this thing is so long. It's hanging over the table. And I'm going to lift this up And hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully, maybe I can rest it on that. I don't know. Let's see. Go up maybe? I don't know. Here we go. Here we go. Here goes nothing. So a little spritz of water. All right, and let's do a little honey mist. And we'll kind of do some of this stuff and get it to dribble down like so. A lot of dribbling down. I'm just terrified that I'm going to knock that over, you know. We can get that going. So that actually acts like an acrylic ink, except it's not an acrylic ink, right? We'll just kind of go like so. Whoops. Whoops. Let me give that another spritz of water. Okay. Get this come down like so. Like so. All right. Let's add a little. I better put the lids down, otherwise, you know. Let's get a little purple. Hi, K-Bird. Berg. It's good to see you. Whoops. Well, we're not gonna, I can't open it. That's okay. I guess we'll have to spray it, right? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, well, that's okay, right? What the heck? What the hey, right? We'll just kind of bring this down over here. And maybe it'll mingle. Get some serious drippage going here. It's a pretty purple, huh? I like that. Got it on my wrist. That's okay. Yeah, this is, even though he says it doesn't clog, I have to say, water it down. Yes. It is a little. Hi, Lisa. I need a yellow. Let's see. This is going to be really interesting. Yellow. How about yellow ochre? I'm using everything. I'm pulling all the stops out. I've got Doc Martin India ink, right? So let's try this. You ready? And I'm going to use an eyedropper. And I'm going to come on down here and give it another spritz of water. And we'll see where we're going. All right. That doesn't. Okay, let's move this up. More water, obviously. There. And like so. Let's go down here like so. Come on down. Ooh. And look, it flowed into the purple and made mud. Yay, I love mud. Not really, but let's just get the rest of this down here. Let's see if I can't. We're using Everton. as my grandmother would say, Everton. Okay, now the other thing that we need to do is some more water. Maybe we'll go this way. This is just insane. Oh. And we're going to do some blotting. She's a big blotter. She does a lot of blotting. You don't like drippage. I'm not a real fan of drippage either, honestly, to be the truth be told. I'm not crazy about drippage. She uses these shop things. And I have a big canister of them. See, I like that because you can't see that. This in here, this right here, I'm not unhappy about. Yeah, the shop rags are great. I bought a big tub of them, and you just pull them out, you know. All right, it needs green. Needs green. And let's see. I just have this basic set. I don't know that they make them in white, do they? I've never seen them in white. I've only seen them I've seen them in blue and I've seen them in orange. But I have never seen them in white. Okay. Oh man, this is dripping all the way down onto, this is funny. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Okay, let's see. All right, let's try some green. Oh, gunkies. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Snots. It's got snots. The problem with these, everyone, you know, I only have the basic set, right? And the problem, their glass little stoppers break. All right, let's try that again. Okay, here's some drippage. I don't know how she filmed it, man. But when she did it, you could see everything she was doing. Obviously, she's got a better setup than I have. But all right. So I think we need some more color down here. And let's see. Oh, let's do some more. Let's do some sepia. Sepia. Look out, Lily. Look out. It's dangerous over here. It's danger, danger. And of course, this is not a fine mist like Timmy's. This is just a glob of water. It's not one of those really cool mister things. And I actually have one of those mister things. Mister. I wonder if that would make a difference. It probably would. But it's like a little road map. Follow the green brick road. Yeah. We're off to see something or other. Huh. What do I do with that mister? Oh, I'm not going to look for it now. Unless it's, oh, it is. What do you want, dear? You've been fed. See, I'd be so tempted to slap that side down on the other part and transfer some ink. You would be. All right. You're a rebel, Barbara. Yes, you are. Don't let anybody think that she's a sweet little old lady. She may be sweet. She may be old, but she's not a little sweet old lady. Okay. I will do that, Barbara, just for you. So you think I should do this? I think that's a really good idea. There. I like that. Thank you, Barbara. Suggestions are always welcome. No little allowed. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's do some. I have a little mister here. Let's see what the mister. The mini pulverizer. Pulverizer. Mini mister. He's a little guy. Just a little guy. Mini. Yeah, I do too. That green is like, she had like a much more muted green. And oh my God. Trying to get, I keep on unsubscribing to Factor, which was that outfit with the delivery mail, the meal delivery that sent me how many meals? I don't know, 70 meals or something god awful like that. I was feeding the neighborhood. All right, let's do this. Ooh. Yes, all the way. Let's go all the way to the end. And let's do some of this action. Okay. I like it dark. And then let's try the mister. Why'd I put the top back on that? I don't know. Let's see if it makes a difference when you get a little mist. Not really. All right, so let's do this. All right. Oh. And let's bring these two together. And this is holding up well because it's been gessoed on both sides. And it's holding up very well. We got some, well, I can't say we have some serious mud because when you put down sepia, that is brown. Hey, Beth, do you hear or feel the rockets when they go off? Or are you too far north of Cape Canaveral? Because my house, when they shoot off rockets, which they're shooting off a lot of rockets lately, there's a low kind of rumble. and it rattles my porch door. The porch door rattles. And they're shooting those puppies off at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. I mean, there's a lot of activity going on over there at SpaceX. Just saying, a lot of activity. I think it must be getting pretty crowded up there. Ha ha ha. You don't feel them, Aunt Bex? Okay. I would be a little scared if you felt them. That would be really scary. You have but you have the airport. Yeah. That can be pretty noisy. All right. It needs color because I muddied it up, but I don't like that. And I'm afraid that if we do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I got the yellow. And I wasn't really happy with this yellow. It would look like baby poop. Oh, I know. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. I have yellow in the set things. I do. I use it a lot. Where is it now? Sunflower. Yeah, this is a nice color. It's kind of a, well, it's not as, I thought it was yellow. All right, let's try this again. I was thinking how busy it must be up there. Bright yellow, orange. Oh, you think? Let's try this. Well, this is a yellow orange. Let's try this, but I'm going to get this wet again. And then I'm going to get something this is going to get some stuff to push it back, to top to bottom. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea, Becky. Thank you. See? How about this? It's like starting all over again. All the color is ending up in the same place. Yeah. Well, let's start here. you I like that idea. Let's wet this down. Can you see that? That's a little bit better, isn't it? Yeah. Let's wet this down with the mini mister, affectionately known as the little guy. All right, and let's see what we can get out of here. No, it's going to be, it's called a concertina journal. Oh, I like that. And there's a cover for it, and Everton there's a cover, and this is just the beginning. Oh my gosh, this is just, yeah. There's so much more to this. I just misted myself in my face. Oh, my glasses now are all wet. That's good. All right. She said to just let it go. She said, don't worry about it. So I'm not worrying about it. That's what my brother used to tell my mother all the time. Don't worry about it. When he would skip school. Don't worry about it. When he would plant marijuana seeds in her house plants. And little marijuana plants would start sprouting in her house plants. She thought they were weeds. Well, it was weed. And he would say, don't worry about it. Hi there, Malaya. How is you? So we got this orangey thing over here. And I like the green. I do. Yes, he was, yeah. Yep, he was quite the character. Indeed he was. All right, I'm gonna wet this down. And I'm gonna the heck with the mini mister. We need more action in the busy but good. Well, that's good. Busy is good. Busy good is good. All right, so let's see if we can't get some action here. Oops, I don't want it in my lap. I actually have a pair of shorts on that don't have any stains on them. So, all right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some of this action. I'm just making a mess. Actually, I'm going to do this. Let's put some green here. Got too much green here, so I'll just bring some down here. What the heck? I don't know whether I can. Can I bring that down here? Let's try that again. I like that when we did that before. Aha! Yeah. He was a lot younger than I was. There was almost. Okay, this is awful, but I think I can cover that up with. Yes, that's a good idea. I can try that. Let's see. I do have stencils. Stencils are coming up next. But let's see. Will that work? I mean, I can gesso it, you know. Huh, that's interesting. There's a little bit, you can see a little bit of the stencil. Huh. Okay. Let me see if I can't pick some of that up. Yeah. I think it's time to put some gesso and just kind of. That's what she did, folks. She really did this. She put gesso down and just kind of smeared it around with her finger. I'm just making a god-awful mess here. I think it's time for some real stencils. Oh, you had 7 brothers? Oh my gosh. I see what you mean now. Gotcha. Understood, ladies. I'm just a little dense when it comes to this kind of stuff. You guys must be like shaking your heads going, what the hell is she doing? Well, she does not know what she's doing. All right, I need to clean myself up here a little bit. And then I will, I'll get out the Z baby wipe. 7 brothers. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. Dinner must have been a free for all. You have to dab the stencil with the baby wipe. Oh, okay. I think it's too late. I think it's too late. Don't you think it's too late? I don't know. I think it's too late. It's too late for that. So it's okay. I think it's too late. There's no hope for me. I knew this was not going to be a good idea. Oh my God, no. I'm doing it all ass backwards. All right. I'm going to do some. It was. Were you the only girl? I can't imagine. I can't imagine feeding. I had a friend that had 4 boys. And this won't sound remarkable to you at all because they would go through 2 gallons of milk a day and a box or 2 of cereal. And that was just kind of snack stuff. Okay. Now, this is where the serious stenciling's coming in, folks. This is the series. And I think maybe I will, not that it really matters. Does it look better this way? Not really. Number 3, 10 kids. Wow. Okay, and I'm going to throw some heat on this. We had neighbors that lived next to us, then moved away, and then came back and bought the house behind us. And I loved going over there. Now, it was not big as 10, it was 5. 3 boys and 2 girls. And I loved hanging out at the Hutterfords. I loved sitting at their table at dinner time and all of the commotion and the noise. I just loved it. I just loved hanging out with them. I was heartbroken when they moved away, and I was just delighted when they came back. And I dated one of the boys all through high school. Yeah. Talk about a fun family. Oh my gosh. My family was really boring. Very quiet. Not raucous at all. And there was a big difference in our ages. My mother and father each had been married once before. My mother had no children from her first marriage, and my father had my older brother and sister. And there was just a big gap in our ages, you know. And there was a big gap between my younger brother and myself, almost 10 years. And I was pretty much out of the house and gone when he was growing up. Man, he gave my parents fits. Oh my gosh, the trouble that he got in. Ooh. Well, you know, there's parts of this. I mean, this is, but there's parts of this that, okay, let me just, there is a plan here. I know it's hard to believe, but let me just dry this a little bit. Thank you for hanging out and giving me suggestions, which obviously I'm not smart enough to follow. It's amazing, you know. You see, there's one of those lines from the soft jet. I mean, from the when I scribble. It's amazing that you can. I mean, I have trouble with layers, but it really matters. I mean, you can see that those first lines that I. Well, I thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that. It's still wet. I guess I should. Assembly lines in your house, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for being here, Gail. I appreciate you being here. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling so well. Well, feel better. Hope you feel better. The sooner the better. Oh. All right. Okay, now. I'm trying to think. What color did she use for that? I'm just thinking here for a minute. I only watched this video about 10 times. Well, maybe not 10. Maybe 9. Okay. This is what. Okay, this is the stencil. Not the stencil that she used. But this will do because here's the. Oops. Yeah, one. It's amazing how well. Hi, Mary Lou. Bye, oh, bye, Lisa. Take care. Now, I don't know whether this is going to work, but she has a beautiful tree stencil that she put here. And then she kind of draws out the branches. So this is the tree stencil I have. And I think I'm going to, and it's a beautiful stencil. It even's got fall leaves, and the stencil's even called fall. And this is CB. I guess that's Ciao Bella. I do believe Carabella. And I think I want to do it, actually maybe do it over here in this corner. And then I'm going to draw it out and extend the leaves and the branches. Yep. Trying to think though, what color did she use? She is a big, again, burnt sienna person. And I have burnt sienna. And what is it? Burnt sienna? What's the difference between raw umber and burnt umber? I don't know. They look about the same. Raw umber looks a little bit lighter. So I'll use these are the Arteza acrylics. When Arteza first came on the market, I bought the pack, the set of 60 acrylics. They came in these little tubes, premium no less. All right, let me get a little thingy here. And put some of this down. She had this big stencil. Okay. And a huge stencil with a big tree, and it was so big, it was so cool. Oh, that's what she used. She didn't use this. And she put it on with a roller, like when you're rolling paint, if you're gonna paint your wall with a roller, but a little 3-inch. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. And she used a beigey color, which I don't have. That doesn't make any sense. No, I'm going to do this. What the hell? We're going raw. And what I'll do is I'll lighten that up with a little white. And how does that sound? Yes, I've got warm white. I guess it's different than cold white. Americana, warm white. And we'll do that. And I don't want to use that brush. Let's just use this brush here. We'll mix this up a little bit. That's kind of a gray. Well, that'll be okay. Okay, we're going to use that. And then I've got some sponges. And we're just going to pick up a little bit of this. And we're going to just go like here, like so. Whew. I thought that was plenty of paint, but apparently not. We will make it last. I can mix up some more. Okay, I'll have to make up some more. Let's see what we got here. Oh, you can see it. Yeah. Can you see it? Yeah, you see it? Yeah, I like it. I like it. What did I say I used here? I used raw, right? All right. What would happen? No, I'm just going to do that. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, this is kind of a brownish gray. It's kind of, I like it. It's a nice color. It's interesting. Okay. Let's see if I can get this stencil back on here. I'm sure I can get it on close enough. Yeah, that's close enough. There you go. I got it. 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 Let's see. Pick this up like so. This might be a little, yeah, let's see. It got a little muddled, but that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I got some beautiful leaves that I can add, but the other thing I want to do, and I've never really, I shouldn't say never, but whoops. Let me just move this over here. Can you ever have a work area that's big enough? I wonder. I've got some masks that I want to try, like up over in here. This tree is a little bit small, but I'm going to draw. I can make it bigger by drawing. But, okay. Now I got to find it. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Oh boy, you gotta be kidding me. I'm sorry, folks. I should have had this all ready and out, but I didn't. Oh, I got a birch tree. Oh, let's use that. I got peoples. What happened to them? This was a Marta, small art. And it was not over in my other thing. Ooh, look at these leaves, though. I got some really good big leaves. That'll be good, right? Oh, come on. Don't do this to me now. Feet, don't fail me now. That is, I'll do this in the next, but this is a leaf stencil that I made, but I don't know what happened to the, I don't need, I'm sorry. It was, no. That's another thing. You know, I have a big thing of stencils and plastic sleeves and a loose leaf. And these are stencils that I use more than other stencils. And this collection just keeps on growing. So I think I have more stencils over here than I have in the loose leaf. But all right, I guess it's not here. I don't know where it would be. We need to move on. Move on, move on. Okay, that's weird. It's okay. Not really, but it's gonna happen. That I just can't imagine. I can't figure. I wonder where that is. No, you don't know me. All right. Okay, so let's see. This is gonna be really weird, but I'm gonna do it anyway, okay? Because the whole thing is already weird. And this is a stencil that I made. And maybe I'll stick this over here. And like here-ish. Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna do the cream color. The buttermilk. Doesn't that sound good? Buttermilk. How many of you folks like buttermilk? I'm looking. Buttermilk. Anybody for some buttermilk? I can't remember the last time I had buttermilk. It's got to be ice cold. Buttermilk. Anybody? Hi, Teresa. Teresa likes buttermilk. Yeah. We actually used to make buttermilk because it's a culture. Oh, well, yeah, and biscuits, yeah, it really does. It's delicious in biscuits, that's for sure, and pancakes. Gives it that little bit of tanginess. Sourdough bread. Yes, I was just going to say we used to make our own buttermilk. It's a culture, just like a yogurt is. And you can grow it, ferment it. We used to make our own yogurt and our own buttermilk. Now, this is going to be a really big, bold thingy, and it's okay. And if this is a flop, it's a flop. But let's not. You're all going to. Here goes nothing, folks. And I can't remember. I made the stencil, and it was something that Kathy Arbor was doing. I guess she was using a stencil, and I didn't have one, so I made one. But there's a really neat guy that's part of FADA school. And he makes some really neat, simple, like shape stencils and does some really neat stuff. But apparently, you're not supposed to talk about what they do in FADA school. So you didn't hear it from me. Okay. You ready? I don't know whether I am. Well, I like that. You know what? It's kind of tones it down a little bit. I like it so much I'm going to do it again. What do you think of that, folks? I'm going to do that right over here. Yeah, like kind of tones it down a little bit. Well, I bought an Instapot, and in there they have a recipe to make yogurt. And it looked really easy, and I tried it 2 times. And both times it was a total fail. So, and then we had the little yogurt maker. Remember the Dannon yogurt maker that had the little glass jars? But I've come to like whole milk, full fat Greek yogurt. None of this non-fat shit. Sorry. For me. I love the whole milk Greek yogurt. Mm-mm-mm. And the other yogurt that is so good but ridiculously expensive, and I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure you're gonna. It's the yogurt that comes in those little cute glass jars. It's like $1.50 for like 3 ounces of it. Do you know which one I'm talking about? And I have a whole bunch of those little glass jars, and now somebody in that company got really smart. And if you go online to their website, they'll very happily sell you the little plastic lids that fit over their little glass yogurt jars. Isn't that nice of them? Very nice of them to sell you the lids to their. What would be nicer is if the yogurt came with a lid. You know what I mean? Well, this is an interesting development here, I would say. I don't know whether you agree with me or not, but I think this is an interesting, kind of interesting. Oh, I know, that's right. That yogurt is so good. It's not like eating yogurt. It's not. It doesn't. I mean, it's not yogurt. It's something else. I mean, it's really good, but I wouldn't call it yogurt. It's just. You put your yogurt maker in the garage sale. Oui. Oh, that's. I'm thinking, why are you saying yes in French? That's the name of the yogurt. Oui, that's correct. Oui is correct. Go, why are they talking French? I'm all right. So, I I don't hate this, and it's totally kind of throws it all, kind of tones all of that down. And I'm thinking, should I guess I should put these little leaves down. I shouldn't put those big leaves down. Oui. So I got all these little leaves, see? So I think we'll put some of these down here in red and orange, and that'll be kind of pretty. I think. Yeah, why not? Okay, we'll do that. Okay, and then, oh my gosh, I can't believe time just flies when you're making a mess. Right? Because I've certainly made a mess here today. And I'm proud of it, folks. I am proud of my mess. And I don't know whether we will revisit this because you asked us to. I don't know whether you will see this again. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe you'll see it again. Maybe you'll pray to God that you don't see it again. But I know you guys are too. Ooh, how about deep yellow? Not shallow yellow, but deep yellow. I like deep yellow. I guess I have used it. And I've got some scarlet red. I'm not any good at it, but I've gotten a lot better at it. Thank you, Barbara. She wants to see it finished, whatever that means. Yes. Me too. I get so thrown for a loop, and this is so stupid. I get so thrown for a loop if I can't do exactly what the person is doing, and that's not. Oh, come here, sponge. Oh, I got one more piece. This is one of those Dollar Tree. You fell asleep? Okay, you're allowed. This is one of those Dollar Tree sponges that you get in the auto department thing, and then you cut them up, and then you've got these kind of like art sponges that you pay money a lot more than $1 for. So I'm going to put some red leaves down here and then come in with some orange. So you do this and then you tap it, do a little tap, 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 tap. And some people are scrapers and scrape. I'm a dauber. I think, who's a scraper is my new favorite person, Denise Love. I love watching her paint. She does some really cool stuff. And she just scrubs away, and I'm thinking, oh no, it's going to go under, but it always comes out for her. But she's a scrubber. I mean, serious scrubber. I'm going to leave this down, and I'm going to put the yellow, deep yellow. And Arteza gives you gives you the little plus, so you know whether it's opaque or translucent. They give you a little heads up on that. I'll use this and maybe, I'll fold it like so. Come in like so. And like so. And let's add a little yellow. Deep yellow. Not just yellow, but deep. Deep. You have to talk in a deep voice when you're using the deep yellow. Deep. Oh, deep, deep. It's not that deep. Maybe I didn't get enough of it on there. Huh. I thought that would be much more opaque. It's not opaque at all. They lied. Huh. That's disappointing. Well, I'll mix it. Mix it. Mix it. Okay. Huh. Well, we got some red globby stuff. Right back. Pup needs to go bark. Okay, I have to leave here in like 2 minutes. I will turn into a pumpkin. Speaking of pumpkins, have you seen some of those beautiful, thanks you, Janet, for putting Denise Love's link there. Yeah, she is fun. Talk about someone who is enthusiastic. When she puts down a color or she does something and she likes it, she gets totally excited, and people have actually commented and criticized her for her sound effects when she's excited about colors that she's put down. I'm thinking, people, change the friggin' channel. How rude. She just laughed it off, but I can't imagine. Would you ever think of putting down a comment criticizing someone for their laughter? That just blows my mind. We're going to have some red leaves falling because it's fall. Put a little red up here. And thumbs up would be awesome, people. Absolutely awesome. I kind of like that. All right. Well, I think I'm going to say au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, hasta la vista, buenas noches, aloha, arrivederci. I think that's all I know. And goodbye. And thank you again so much for being here. And thumbs up would be awesome to let all those folks at YouTube Say, hey, this woman's for real, and people like what she's doing. I'm up to 648 subscribers. I am so happy with that. When we get to 650, I will. Thank you. Mary Lou just said goodnight in Portuguese or Portuguese. Yes. Thank you. Bon note? Yes. Thank you so much. And remember, if you can't be good, be careful. Bye bye, folks.